What a night that was at the Sundome.
But we're still not safe here from a storm warning. You know, hail is going to be on the show.
Get the stretcher ready. Maybe 2 or 3 when Hale makes an appearance. And I'll take one right now when 3 count comes to the ring.
Now, these guys don't need a stretcher. They need green dots.
They don't have them.
I know.
The Jung Dragons have the green dots. And they don't like it. Shane Helms, Shannon Moore, and Evan Karagias. WCW's own version of the boy band, 3 count. Hang on. Shannon's grabbed the mic.
Once again, 3 count has invaded.
Whoa!
Did you say that?
Well, he did.
And for all the ladies out there, what you see is what you get. What you don't see is better yet. And remember, eventually, everybody goes down for the 3 count.
They've been practicing.
Well, let's see if they can play Twister without the dots.
Oh, look at this. Boy, you think they've got this dance down, 3 count. Somewhere the Young Dragons are dancing up a storm on those green dots.
I think the Young Dragons are in the back doing katas. I don't think they're into the dancing thing. And
well, did you see them on Thunder last Wednesday night? Where they tried to, and somebody just slashed the record.
They still make records?
That one's ruined. Wasn't exactly in good shape when they made it. 3 count is in the ring, and here come the opponents. And I think they sent a message from backstage. It's Shark Boy, Frank Paris, and Elix Skipper.
Shark Boy never ceases to amaze me.
Skipper, Paris, and Shark. Sounds like an entree.
I'm starving.
Me too. This could be good. I got to tell you, I'm very familiar, obviously, with Shark Boy and Elix Skipper, but I know Frank Paris. I've watched this man's work on the independent circuit for several years. He is a tremendous athlete and a high flyer.
You know, I'm going to tell you the difference, how you think about this. I mean, like, somewhere Bischoff and Russo are watching Saturday night.
Yes, they are.
Russo must be drooling when he sees 3 guys on each team like this. I mean, young guys, naive guys that Russo's going to dangle the carrot of opportunity. And here's 6 young guys that, you know, I think is going to be very interested in.
Whoa.
On the other hand,
Shark bite!
I think if you're in the mind of Bischoff looking at these guys, you're going to have all different attitudes.
Exactly. None of these guys have headlined a pay-per-view. None of these guys are 300 pounds or 270. They're all up-and-comers.
Well,
wait a minute.
Wait a minute, talk about going up. They're coming.
Oh, Frank Paris and Elix Skipper just wiped out Shannon and Evan. Shark Boy and Shane Helms in the ring. Shark Boy. Uh-oh. Head scissors takeover on Shane Helms. Shane Helms still wearing that mask to protect the broken nose. Shark attack in the corner. Corner mount for Shark Boy, reining him in on Shane.
More megabytes. About 15 right there.
Wait a minute, Shane cut him off. Gonna drop him with a spine buster in the center of the ring. 3 count. The former hardcore champion, Shannon Moore.
Whoa.
What a gentleman. No!
High risk, but he missed him by a mile.
Corkscrew senton did not connect. Spinning leg whip from Elix Skipper. Into an arm wringer on Shannon Moore. Tremendous athlete.
Hey, Skipper's got some nice snap to his movements.
What the? Ooh!
I don't know, but he dropped it.
Right across the throat of Shannon Moore. Lateral press and no. Skipper, deep arm wringer. Side headlock on Shannon Moore. Shannon shoots Skipper across. Misses Wilder with a clothesline. Back elbow doesn't connect. Oh, man. Shane Helms nailed him with a clothesline in the back of the head. Oh, front suplex from Shannon Moore.
Hey, a nice snap. These guys are making some tags, using a lot of movement. 3 count, dots or not. Very aggressive guys. You can tell they're very hungry individuals. I just like to see them not dance so much.
What a power slam from the former cruiserweight champion, Evan Karagias. Evan has worn gold twice. Wait a minute, Frank Paris coming in the ring. Referee cuts him off. Elix Skipper was like a house of fire earlier. Ooh, cut him off. One to the gut. Forearm blow to the side of the head. Skipper, reversal into the ropes. Evan, no. Down too early. Skipper, forearm blow to the back of the head. Evan Karagias, no. Cut him off to the red basket. Back and forth action. Momentum reversals.
Well, he's trying everything. Fists, elbows, anything he can hit Skipper with.
No. Both men went for the front kick. Skipper's caught. Belly to belly. Nice snap and impact.
There you go. Nice move. They got the tag in.
Tag made to Frank Paris.
Could have went for the cover.
Should have. He had Evan Karagias reeling. Paris with the right hand. Ducks the clothesline. Whoa! Down goes Shane Helms. Shannon Moore. What a back drop. Frank Paris clearing house of 3 count. Right hand down. It's all breaking down. 3 on 3.
It's broke.
Wait a minute. Over the top goes Skipper. All the way to the floor. Now 3. Oh, wait a minute. All 3 counts are in there with Paris. Shoot him in. No, Paris cuts off Shane, cuts off Shannon. Oh, but Evan with a handful of hair. Wait a minute. 3 counts going to make a wish. No. Body scissors on Evan. Up top. No! Paris is out like a light. And 3 count is your victory.
It's like a slam to the 3rd power.
Absolutely. Shannon, Shane, and Evan. What a threesome. What tremendous athletes. They're your victors here on Saturday night.
Welcome back, everyone, on this great American Bash weekend. Exclusive WCW Worldwide matchup. Tony Schiavone, things are at a fever pitch in World Championship Wrestling as we count down the hours to the Great American Bash. And that's not just because of the Human Torch match involving Sting versus Vampiro, where you have to set your opponent on fire to win at the Great American Bash.
Can you imagine what's going to happen this Sunday at Castro's Great American Bash? What in the world? Wait a minute. Alan Funk's got the microphone.
What did he say?
He said nothing. KroniK's music is hit.
Very unique matchup here on Worldwide. The former WCW World Tag Team Champions, Brian Clark, Brian Adams, the duo known as KroniK, have signed to face 3 men in this matchup. Alan Funk, styling Shane Eaton, and Air Paris, 3 on 2, and Clark and Adams could care less.
I think Clark and Adams, especially what happened to them a week ago, could care less. I think they could take on 4 guys here tonight, Mike.
Still a lot of heat between KroniK and the new World Tag Team Champions, that team called the Perfect Event, Perfection. And the event, Chuck Palumbo, the new World Tag Team title holders, and this, the 3 members, Funk, Paris, and Eden, in a standoff with KroniK, and then KroniK hits the ring, and they immediately take the advantage. Bodies flying everywhere.
Power personified, just dump him out of the ring.
And now they're going to follow up that advantage. Going out to the floor, Brian Clark takes Air Paris, sends him into the ring. He just fed him to big Brian Adams. And Adams unleashes a right hand, also upcoming at the Great American Bash this weekend. The World's Heavyweight Championship will be at stake. Kevin Nash to face the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. Oh, what a move! When the Millionaires Club squares off in another matchup with the New Blood.
It has been an exciting time to be a fan of WCW, of sports entertainment, especially over the last 2 weeks or so with the return of Goldberg. What an electric moment over a week ago on Monday Nitro. And, of course, Goldberg is back, and that spells doom for a lot of men. Obviously, Ken Cabot, the first man on his left.
And, of course, the New Blood, very upset with this bond that we've seen as of late, formed by Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner and Big Sexy Kevin Nash, as Alan Funk is just brought into the ring by his neck from Big Brian Clark. Boot to the midsection, doubled him over. Sets him up against the ropes, and the knife hits, chop, rock Alan Funk. Follows up with another boot. Sends him off into the ropes. Won't be able to slide through. Attempt at a drop kick, and a second one not having much effect. He just swatted him away.
Gotta give Alan Funk a lot of credit. He went to it 3 consecutive times. That drop kick, a lot of power in those legs, but not much effect on a guy the size of a Brian Clark. Wrong team, wrong place for this trio trying to face KroniK.
And of course, Tony, the new blood has been promising that they will end the careers of both Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair this weekend at the Great American Bash. Hogan to face Billy Kidman with Horace as the special referee, and it's father versus son when the Nature Boy Ric Flair clashes with David Flair. Ric Flair claiming that if David wins, he will walk away from the sport.
You have to wonder how much more emotionally Ric Flair has left in his body. He has been able to become the WCW champion many, many times. Wait a minute, what's going on here?
Alan Funk extending the hand, trying to get either Air Paris or Styling Shane Eden into this matchup. And very reluctantly, Air Paris decides that he's going to try Big Brian Adams, and there's the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
And I could be so bold as to say Air Paris has been grounded.
You certainly may, and he certainly was. To the offense again. Air Paris able to duck the clothesline. Goes airborne. Attempted the sunset flip. Too much power. Just toying with him. Out of the full Nelson, where's he going to send him? I think the answer is probably anywhere he pleases. That's exactly what he did. Adams for the cover. A 1 count before Alan Funk and Shane Eden in to break things up now. All 5 men in the ring as referee Charles Robinson attempts to maintain order.
It's amazing Air Paris can even move to slide over. Pump handle time.
Gonna take him up. Drives him down to the canvas. Brian Clark just drove Alan Funk directly to the mat. Trying to use the strength and numbers that they have. This trio not having much success. Brian Adams has Air Paris up on his shoulders and drives him down head first to the mat.
This is just total domination.
Almost a workout here for the tag team of KroniK, the former World Tag Team title holders. Styling Shane Eden gets a boot to the chest. I think it's high time that we see high time. Adams and Clark take him into the air, and there's that double choke slam that they call high time. Talk about a nonchalant cover. It just doesn't matter. There you see the 3 count. The former World Tag Champs are back on track.
Again, here we go. The big soda block. And then the high time, the double team. The winners of the match here on Worldwide KroniK.
And we will be back with more right after this on WCW Worldwide. And welcome back, everyone. Exclusive WCW Worldwide action in the arena at ringside. Mike Tenay, Tony Schiavone with you. And Tony, here's the answer to the question that you've been bugging me about for the past several months. You know, on a weekly basis, you ask me about 3 counts. Where have they been? When are they going to be coming back to World Championship Wrestling? And take a look, here they are.
My only answer to that, Mike Tenay, and fans watching Worldwide Wrestling is, Mike,
the music.
You're lying. You're a
for
liar.
all you ladies out there, 3 counts back in the house.
That's Shannon Moore.
And you know there's going to be some heartbreaking, soul shaking, and some love making, because the 3 count is in Norfolk.
Evan Courageous.
And remember this, eventually everybody goes down for the 3 count.
Oh no. Now when they came back, I thought the deal was that they were no longer going to sing and dance. Are you encouraging this? You're probably behind this, Tony.
Why are you involving me into this?
Why? Because I know about your musical taste, and I know how much you like groups like NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys, and these guys just fall right into the same category.
You obviously have a household without a young daughter, Grandpa, or you'd be in the same boat I'd be in.
Well, maybe I just have my own musical taste, and I'm not jumping on the latest bandwagon.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you at all right? Get over there and call the action. So who do you like?
anybody besides 3 count, okay?
Okay, well, so do I. I never said they could sing. I just...
You're tapping your toes. What are you talking about? 6-man tag team action. 3 count to face a trio of youngsters by the name of Air Paris, Cassidy Riley, and James Storm. Chance for these 3 young men to break through here in WCW and score a victory that will get them noticed by the executives of World Championship Wrestling.
You know, we've been wondering exactly where 3 count had been, Mike, and the fact is they have been touring all the great malls around the country singing.
Yeah, you know why, don't you? So that they can attract the crowd without charging admission.
I would think they'd want to charge admission.
Are you kidding? You think people are going to come and see them sing? Now, the wrestler, that's something different. I like the wrestling that I've seen from 3 count, but the singing has got to go.
Then why don't you, when we go to the backstage area, why don't you walk towards their locker room, pound on the door, and say, hey, Mike Tenay here, you know me as a professor, maybe Poindexter. Stop with the singing and start wrestling. Why don't you, throw some of your weight around?
Don't put me in Madden's category. Cassidy Riley, look. Went for the springboard move. And went face first to the mat. And let's see if Evan Karagias can take advantage of the opening. Riley quickly with the reversal and turns things around back his way. Hip toss takeover. Riley rings out the arm and then turns things over to his tag partner, Air Paris. And very appropriate nickname as he goes airborne, flying off the top rope, coming down with the double axe handle blow.
It's like we saw in the first matchup here this week on Worldwide. It's a chance for 3 unknowns, virtual unknowns, although we have seen them on this program, Air Paris especially, to really make a name for themselves in 1 5 to 10 minute period out of this match left.
Worked out pretty well for Mark Jindrak and Sean O'Hare, didn't it?
Sure did.
Quick slam by Karagias. Doesn't go for the pin. Instead, the choke on Paris and then turns things over to his partner, Shannon Moore, who's met with a kick that turned him inside out. Paris sends Shannon Moore to the ropes. Moore with the body scissors. But Paris drives him face first with the excellent counter. Goes for the cover, but way too close to the ring ropes to get a 3 count. Paris grabs the side headlock. Shannon Moore trying to fight him off, and then just shoots him off into the ropes. Paris able to duck the clothesline and the back chop. Karagias caught him from outside. James Storm comes in to try and break things up, but nice double team move. Sugar Shane Helms comes in with the spinning neck breaker.
Shannon Moore, Shane Helms, and even Evan Karagias, not only as quite a trio in 6-man action, but any combination in tag team or any man in singles competition, obviously, a tough contender, the cruiserweight type.
Great sunset flip off the top of the roll-up attempt. Shane Helms gets only 2 on Air Paris, who gets to his feet immediately, avoids the clothesline, but not the back kick that was right on the money. Chance now for 3 count. To put away this young team, the Snapmare takeover. Let's see if Helms can do it. Nicely off the ropes with the leg drop. Repeats the move, and he's going to try it a 3rd time, possibly? Maybe in slow motion. 3 consecutive leg drops from Shane Helms on Air Paris. Going to turn things over to the veteran of this trio, the man with the longest stint in WCW, Evan Karagias, who comes off the top with a drop kick.
That's a good point. The longest stint, the veteran, but still a very, very young man, Mike.
Still in his early 20s. Snap suplex with the takeover by Karagias. Now the legal man is Shannon Moore. Moore comes crashing down onto Paris, and it's obvious that Paris needs to get to the corner and get one of the partners in, get a fresh man into the battle. Now Shannon Moore mounts the top rope. Went for the moonsault off the top, and he caught nothing but canvas. Hand extended there from Shane Helms. Tag is into him as well as to James Storm, and Storm takes all 3 members of 3 count down with right hands. Now the reversal off into the rope. And Storm counters with the head scissors takeover.
Storm seems pretty fired up and needs to go into a roll.
Cassidy Riley sent flying up and over the top, and there's Air Paris as well. Bodies all over the arena. Now 3 count. Going to turn their efforts over to James Storm. And a triple team move with both Riley and Paris out of action. And 3 count, just triple teamed him. A triple face breaker. Karagias hooks the leg, and 3 count gets the 3 count.
So does that mean they're going to sing again?
Oh, I hope not. I certainly hope not. I think we've seen plenty of singing from 3 count here this week on WCW Worldwide. It's Shane Helms, Shannon Moore, and Evan Karagias with the win, and we will be back with more after this break on WCW Worldwide.
You'll have to tune in and find out, Mike.
So many questions remain to be answered, and the main one as we head into Super Brawl Revenge, just 4 days away, exclusively on pay-per-view, is how will that injury to Kevin Nash impact our main event, where Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, was scheduled to defend the World's Heavyweight Championship against Kevin Nash.
Another big match coming up at Super Brawl this Sunday is the 6-man, 4-corner cruiserweight contender match. And Mike, this matchup, we are going to find out who the remaining 2 men will be coming up this Sunday.
Already qualified for the matchup Sunday at Super Brawl, Shannon Moore, Kaz Hayashi, Yang, and Kidman. And this qualifying matchup, a tag team bout, the winning team, both members, will advance to the match on Sunday. And keep in mind, the winner of the match this Sunday at Super Brawl Revenge will go on to gain a WCW World's Cruiserweight title shot.
You know Knoble and Karagias, but their opponents making the first entrance into the ring. 2 men making their debut on Thunder in WCW television.
World Championship Wrestling scouts have been going all over the country in an effort to sign the top cruiserweights and, of course, the top stars, heavyweights as well, in the world today. And AJ Styles and his tag team partner Air Paris, they certainly qualify as 2 of the hottest cruiserweights on the independent circuit. They've been wrestling now for the past couple of years throughout Georgia, Tennessee, and North Carolina. This is their opportunity to take it to the next level. In the ring now with Jamie Knoble is AJ Styles.
Snapmare by Knoble, and Knoble tries a quick pin, but Styles quickly out of it.
Styles in the red trunks is 23 years of age. He's from Gainesville, Georgia, already in his 3rd year as a pro, and the scouts that have seen him in action tell us that he has one of the most incredible high-risk moves you've ever seen. Quick cover here. A move that is very similar to the shooting star press. He's put his own little personal twist on it. He calls it, appropriately enough, the shooting Styles press, after his name, AJ Styles.
Styles in there against Jamie Knoble. Leg trip to take him down, and a great tip up that time by Styles. Already here, Mike, in the opening moments, you can see that Styles, even though you would think there would be butterflies, first time on Thunder, seems to be well into this and not intimidated at all. Look at that move.
Well, I'm sure that there are a case of nerves probably for both Styles and his tag team partner Air Paris, who has yet to get into the battle here, but they have to fight through those nerves. Great move, flipping off the ropes to avoid Knoble, and then catching him in mid-ring with the takeover.
Great takeover, was a drop kick by AJ Styles. Here comes, and there goes Evan Karagias. A drop kick, and Air Paris comes in as well. You heard the little confrontation between Big Papa Pump and the new commissioner, Lance Storm, top of the program. Big Papa Pump wants to break some more legs here tonight.
And it's going to be interesting to see if the new commissioner, the Team Canada leader, Lance Storm, is going to be able to keep him under control. Who else has been able to keep Scott Steiner under wraps? Lance Storm says, okay, you want to break somebody's leg? I'll tell you when the time is right.
What a move that was. Baseball slide kick. That time by AJ Styles. Now sending his partner, Air Paris in. Air Paris takes flight.
That's why they call him Air Paris, elevated by his own tag team partner. Styles sent him flying up and over the top rope, and he took out both members of the team, both Evan Karagias and Jamie Knoble.
One more thing to say about Scott Steiner here tonight. It is very frightening to know that he's in that mindset 4 days out from Super Brawl. No one is safe here tonight on Thunder.
I certainly don't feel safe, especially being out here in the ringside area. You're right, no one is safe in World Championship Wrestling when Scott Steiner is focused as he is tonight.
Hair takedown by Karagias. Now Karagias trying to humiliate this young man, Air Paris here, but missed an elbow. Air Paris back to his feet. Remember, as Mike told you, top of this telecast, the winning team. Both men will go on to fill up the final two positions of the six-man four-corner match coming up in Super Brawl Revenge this Sunday in Nashville, Tennessee. And on pay-per-view, to the powerbomb by Air Paris. 1, 2, and a kick out that time, but barely.
You almost have to look at this as AJ Styles and Air Paris gaining the opportunity to make a reputation, to make a name for themselves here in one night. If they win this tag match, they both go on to the pay-per-view event where they would be possibly in line for a shot at the Cruiserweight title.
Combination drop down hard, and then a guillotine leg drop, and then a great move. Head first, dive, 1, 2, and a 2 count. As Styles showing a little personality that time with the fans.
I understand in talking to Styles and Paris that they've been rivals before. They've wrestled each other on several occasions, but believe it or not, this is the first time that they have joined forces as a tag team.
Wow.
So the experience level, not just in terms of the years here in WCW for Karagias and Knoble, but as a tag team, and Evan Karagias just nailed Styles from behind.
A veteran move by Karagias and a rookie mistake by Styles, turning these back in the middle of the ring, and then upside down to the safety rail. Feet first, lower back first goes AJ Styles as the referee as a faithful of Air Paris.
Seeing a little bit more of an attitude from Evan Karagias and Jamie Knoble in this match. They understand what's at stake. They want to qualify for the match Sunday at Super Brawl.
Snap suplex by Karagias. Covers him and only gets the 2. Not a good cover at all by Karagias. And here comes Jamie Knoble back in. He gets the tag and he's going to go up top. AJ Styles in a tough predicament here. Oh my goodness! A guillotine leg drop from the top turnbuckle pad, and AJ Paris, or Air Paris, makes the save.
Paris came in right at the last split second to break up the pinfall attempt by Jamie Knoble, saving his partner AJ Styles.
Scoop slam. Good elbow drop. And now trying to get a win. But he cannot, and AJ Styles is out of it.
You know, we've seen friction in the past between Jamie Knoble and Evan Karagias, especially on the part of Evan Karagias. Sometimes his ego just gets out of control, but so far in this matchup, they've been on the same page.
Speaking of tag team matchups, he barely got it out top of the program, but new Commissioner Lance Storm has booked the team of Jeff Jarrett and Rick Steiner in our feature bout against the newly reinstated Dustin Rhodes and Diamond Dallas Page. That's all coming up tonight. Power slam in the center of the ring, and a save by Air Paris.
So much heat between those 4 individuals that Commissioner Storm has put into the tag team match. Quick cover here, and Karagias gets just a 1 count. Almost a preview in that tag team matchup of the 2 singles matches that we're going to see Sunday at Super Brawl Revenge.
Top to bottom, what a night it's going to be this Sunday. Of course, a lot of questions that can only be answered by tuning in Super Brawl about Kevin Nash, his condition, the injury that he sustained on Monday night. And the schedule, here's the Northern Lights. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Injury he sustained Monday night at the hands of Scott Steiner. Oh, look at this.
An attempt here if he can lean back and rock back with his opponent at an inverted and upside down surfboard, and Jamie Knoble does lean back. Oh, AJ Styles in a precarious predicament here. And now Knoble takes back and drops him down forward. Oh, Air Paris in at the last split second to break it up with a drop kick.
That's all that Paris could do, Mike, because that would have been it. He was shaking it off, was AJ Styles from that inverted surfboard, but when he got down on the mat and all the pressure was on the neck and the knees, he may have been a few moments from being out cold.
Styles was on the verge of either right submitting or going unconscious.
Ducking line, both men attempt a crossbody virtually the same time. Both collide, and now the mandatory 10 count from referee Billy Silverman.
Mid-ring collision by Karagias and Styles. Who's going to be the first to get to their feet? Who's going to be the first to get the fresh man into the ring? Air Paris extending the arm, hoping for Styles to make the tag.
A reach on one end, a tag is made. It's Jamie Knoble. Oh, that's a great move by Knoble, flipping Air Paris on the outside. AJ Styles picked up.
Oh, could be a tombstone here.
Trying to tombstone, pile driver, it didn't work. Back to get it again. Oh! And a desperation. Styles with a sit-up powerbomb of Jamie Knoble from the near side ropes.
It may have been desperation, but it certainly paid off for AJ Styles. Now he needs to get to the corner and get Air Paris in. Get the other fresh man into this tag team match.
Can he make the tag before Jamie Knoble does? On the other end, look at on all fours. Styles will make the tag, and Air Paris comes in, but he'll meet Evan Karagias, and he'll pick him up with an atomic drop and a steam at the far side ropes.
21-year-old Air Paris going to town here. Now he's got him up in the air. Where's he going to take him? Oh! Dropped him face first, stomach first to the mat.
Like an inverted Steiner driver that time. Now he climbs the turnbuckle. Could Air Paris and AJ Styles in their first match ever in WCW go on the Super Brawl? No!
German suplex. There's the bridge. Only two. Styles breaks it up.
Styles made the save, and Styles pays for it with a drop kick in the back of the neck. Karagias. He's going to go airborne.
Whoa! Springboard into the cross body block, crashing into Styles on the arena floor.
And obviously hurting himself on the outside. The battle rages on the inside. Knoble going up top may have been ill-advised here. And now Air Paris, feeling this could be the move that wins it for his team, is going to try a superplex, but he's cut off on the inside.
Well, he's blocked first by Knoble by hooking onto the top rope. Then Evan Karagias from behind. Oh, a lariat, the clothesline turned him inside out.
1, 2, and...
Wait a minute, what? That's his tag partner he pulled off. What could they be thinking? You talk about a pair of egomaniacs. Both of them want the glory.
But both of them will go on if one man could win this thing. Don't they get it?
They totally lost focus.
That's unbelievable. And it may lose this match for them eventually. Let's see. Styles goes in. Karagias in there with it. Oh, great move and a very stiff forearm by AJ Styles. And now down to the floor goes Evan Karagias. Jamie Knoble. Oh, a thrust kick.
Super kick. The patented move from Air Paris was on target. Now the question is, can he put Knoble away? Quick recovery by Knoble.
Trying to monkey flip him out of the corner, maybe, but he's tied up on the rope. No, both men on the both men hit very hard as well, fans. Oh, my. Meanwhile, look at this. Evan Karagias. He's up. Oh, it's a 450. 1, 2.
Oh, Air Paris pulled him off the pin. Air Paris made the save after the 450 splash. Oh, and then he caught him with a DDT on the floor.
That was a great move by Air Paris.
Look at Knoble.
Oh, and he sidestepped Jamie Knoble. And now Knoble and Karagias both down on the floor. This could be the moment if they can get him back in the ring. What are they doing now?
Oh, this could be the move. There it is. Oh, he went for the shooting Styles press, but he took out his own partner, Air Paris.
Critical mistake on two ends. First of all, I should have put the men back in the ring to try to win it. And then, a double drop kick on either side of the head.
They just sandwiched him that time. Both men connecting with the drop kick. Now can Karagias and Knoble put aside their differences? They've got him in trouble. They've got him on the ropes here. Can they put him away?
Do they ever have him in trouble? What a stiff double kick that was.
Here comes the power bomb. Oh, drop kick into the powerbomb.
1, 2, 3. It's over. Evan Karagias and Jamie Knoble win this thing, and they've earned every bit of it, Mike. They go on now to Super Brawl event this Sunday to fill out the 6-man 4-corner match.
But don't overlook the great performance, even in defeat, by AJ Styles and Air Paris. In their first match here in WCW, we take another look. The clothesline off the top by Knoble. Turn Paris inside out, and then there's the shooting Styles press. But he connected on his own tag partner. That led to the downfall, the double team move, the drop kick out of the power bomb, and Knoble and Karagias advance to Super Brawl.
The replay brought to you by the motor oil that provides maximum protection. Castrol GTX. Drive hard. We're coming back on TBS. Well, Mike, in his efforts to find his partner shouting the ball, Big Vito now finds himself in a match against Shawn Stasiak a little bit later on here tonight.
What a self-absorbed egomaniac that Shawn Stasiak is, but he's set for competition later tonight against Big Vito, one-on-one on Thunder. And let's take you back to 1 week ago tonight. The team of Air Paris and AJ Styles made their WCW debut, a very competitive cruiserweight tag against Jamie Knoble and Evan Karagias, and there you see the move. The shooting Styles press. It may have backfired for AJ 1 week ago tonight, but it's a move that people have been talking about for the past week. What a sensational, high-risk move that is.
And now they're in here against two veterans, members of the Boogie Nights, Elix Wright very reluctant to even team up with Disco, but here they come into the ring, and I guess Disco feels he can shut these two young men down here.
I think in the mind of Disco, he feels that he and Alex, the Boogie Knights, have been on sort of a losing streak as of late. And he feels that AJ Styles and Air Paris, the two young cruiserweights, are just the team to get them back on the winning track. Seemed very confident backstage when he was convincing Alex to come out to this tag.
A very important match for Paris and Styles when you think about the cruiserweight tournament to crown our first ever WCW Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions that begins next Monday, this coming Monday actually, when we are in New Orleans at Mardi Gras, beginning our road to Spring Breakout 2001.
We're not only going to have the brackets Monday on Nitro, I understand we are going to have the first matchup in that tournament, and there's so many questions about teams that are going to be entered. Will Air Paris and AJ Styles be a part of the tournament? Think about what happened Monday on Nitro when Evan Karagias turned on Jamie Knoble. The rumors are that Evan Karagias and Shannon Moore are planning to team up for the tag team tournament, and I wonder where that leaves Jamie Knoble.
Seemingly leaves him without a partner. It's the wrong time to be a cruiserweight and not to have a partner, Mike.
Or will he come up with a partner, or will he be assigned a partner?
Oh, double team maneuvering by Disco and Alex Wright. One from an atomic drop and one from a spinning heel kick from Alex Wright. And look at this. Not only do they want to win, they want to humiliate here, taunting AJ Styles and while hammering Air Paris on the inside.
Disco as obnoxious as ever. And all of a sudden, you saw Air Paris put on the brakes and connects with a super kick and turns things over to AJ Styles.
A great maneuver by AJ Styles. He waited outside after the tag until Disco ran in, and then he hit him with a shoulder block. But now, as you see, Disco has the advantage.
Well, both of these cruiserweights are in their early 20s. AJ Styles in the ring, 23 years of age. The man that just tagged into him, Air Paris, is just 21, giving away an awful lot in both size and experience to the Boogie Knights. And Alex Wright just rocked AJ Styles with the European uppercut, then follows up with the knife edge chop.
There's no question Alex Wright has been wrestling with a lot more intensity, a lot more fire and drive over the past couple of months. He gets a handful of AJ Styles that time, and now in he goes to the turnbuckle. AJ hit hard himself, and he flipped him out.
Maybe a desperation move by Alex Wright, but that flip of Styles into the corner certainly paid dividends. AJ is in trouble.
Alex Wright enjoyed it. Oh no, we don't need to see this at all.
Failing to follow up the opportunity. Pretty obvious here that the Boogie Knights are taking their opponents very lightly.
Twofold here, Mike. I'm sure Russian leg sweep from Disco, that Disco and Alex would love to be seen as friends of Ric Flair. You know what Ric Flair is up to. Anyone that he sees coming between himself and 100% absolute power, tag is made. Ric Flair's going to try to put you on the outside.
And the countdown to new ownership in WCW continues. Could it be weeks away? Could it be just days away? And maybe more importantly, what will the new owners think of Ric Flair's plan to take over World Championship Wrestling?
Good move that time, spinning on the left leg and driving down on the shin and the knee of Air Paris. Air Paris got his nickname, obviously, from the high-flying, high-risk maneuvers. You take his legs out, you combat what he can do. Here goes Disco again. Twisting brainbuster type maneuver. Air Paris rode on his front side, trying to get away from a pinning combination. A tag is made, and now Alex Wright takes flight.
Oh, off the top rope. Alex Wright crashing down with all of his weight across the back of Air Paris, and then follows up by putting the boots to the back of Paris.
AJ Styles in the face of the referee, not helping his partner at all. Ducking twice now. Cross body and a good 1, 2, no 1-2 count. Runs it again. That time Alex almost begged him to come and lured him in, and that's the youthful mistake in a veteran maneuver.
And that was the experience factor, as you mentioned, that came into play. The tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Alex Wright, and now he's going to go high risk.
Going to take flight once again. It worked one time, but here comes Paris Cut him off. Paris taking flight. Wait a minute. Disco's got Air Paris. Oh no. Air Paris. There's nothing he can do. Disco drop kick from the top.
While Disco had Paris up on his shoulders, Alex Wright connects with a missile drop kick.
Look at this taunting. Styles enabling a tag on the other end. Well, they really want to get these young men rattled, and they're being very successful at doing it here. Taunting the fans, taunting his opponent. Disco, he is an easy man to hate.
Good move that time by Styles. Pulling his tag partner, Air Paris, out of the way of the contact at the last split second, but then, he walks right into a big scoop and a slam from Disco.
We are seeing a lot of youthful mistakes here. Can they overcome these mistakes and win this matchup is the question. Double axe handle miss. Styles to his feet. Lower abdomen with that kick. Disco has enough to turn him around. Styles lands on his feet. Oh, he got him rolled up after the German suplex and got a 2.
These cruiserweights have really not been able to get on track. Styles starting to show some offense. Caught him with the DDT out of nowhere.
1, 2, no. The closest near fall yet for Styles and Paris. Almost kept Disco down. Picks him up, atomic drops. Into a high knee in the side of the face. Great teamwork and a pretty savvy save that time by Alex Wright.
Speaking of great teamwork, it was Alex Wright in to make the save for Disco. Double team now by Styles and Paris. Styles caught him with the drop kick.
What a super drop kick that was. How about that knee lift? Sending Disco on the outside now. So an argument going on. Styles is up. He connects.
AJ Styles flying off the top rope took out both of the Boogie Knights.
Legs extended, legs wide apart enough to connect with both men on the outside. Obviously, outside was not a place he wanted to be.
Styles just connected back first with the safety rail, and then Air Paris hit the crossbody block on Wright.
You should both know by now if you're going to face Styles and Paris, if you go on the outside, they're going to come over the top after you. Disco's got him. How about that maneuver?
Looked like an inverted DDT, then he drops it down into a backbreaker across the knee. Styles hit the crossbody block. He got him.
Out of nowhere, AJ Styles, who was the legal man, takes flight with a sensational crossbody, and this is a major upset.
They did it. Air Paris and AJ Styles just knocked off the Boogie Knights.
Momentum going into the tournament. Certainly these two young men should be part of that tournament. An argument was going on moments ago, and now it continues. Disco is the one that wanted this match, and here's our Castro GTX replay.
Definitely worth another look. We see Air Paris go airborne, but it's AJ Styles that hits the crossbody block. You're right, their confidence level has to be at an all-time high heading into the Cruiserweight Tag Title Tournament.
Castro GTX, the motor oil that provides maximum protection. Drive hard.
His way of thinking and be his partner in this tournament.
That's the question that we are going to have answered momentarily here. We are so glad you could join us here from Greenville, South Carolina on WCW Monday Nitro. Two young men from the state of Georgia, 21-year-old Air Paris, you see right there from Rome. Gainesville's AJ Styles, 23 years of age. Here are two men who really made a name for themselves in WCW recently on Thunder. Went from the top. AJ Styles covered Disco, and Styles and Paris defeated Disco and Alex Wright. But who's going to be the partner for prime time? We're going to find out.
That's
coming
right,
up next.
I'm taking over.
Time here on Monday Nitro. Prime time, Elix Skipper comes out by himself, but he's going to have a partner to go against Styles and Paris, who isn't. Only two men know. Prime time and his partner, Scott.
I'm dying to find out. Who did Prime Time get as a partner? How much did it cost him? It can't be Lance Storm or Mike Awesome. Neither man a cruiserweight. Even though Lance Storm at one time cruiserweight champion, no longer the case. Prime Time might be out of time.
What time is it?
Yeah, maybe this is a bluff. I wouldn't think he would take on both men by himself, though. Not in this tournament.
He's an egomaniac, but he's not stupid.
For all you people that don't know, this is my house. And I built this house. I'm gonna show you rednecks something you ain't never seen before. In fact, you are looking at one half of the first ever, and I mean ever, Cruiserweight Tag Team Champion. I know, you want to know who my partner is. You guys want to know who's ready for prime time? Well, WCW, without further ado, I give you Kid Romeo.
How about that? Finally, Kid Romeo is going to come into WCW and be the partner of primetime, Scotty.
What a build-up this man has received, and I certainly can't say I expected him to make his initial Nitro appearance as the tag team partner of primetime Elix Skipper in this tournament. But here he is, Kid Romeo.
Kid Romeo, the Latin American star, the sensation, who has spent time in Japan with New Japan Pro Wrestling. He was there this past summer, competed in the Super J Cup 7 Cruiserweight tournament, so he knows what it's like to be in a Cruiserweight tournament. And this time he'll be in the first ever Cruiserweight Tag Team Tournament and could possibly walk into WCW and walk out on the 18th of this month as one of the new Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions.
He looks to be in tremendous condition, as does primetime AJ Styles and Air Paris. Maybe only by a couple of weeks, but have the experience edge as a tag team. Oh.
The referee is Slick Johnson, and here we go. The third match in the Cruiserweight Tag Team Tournament. First round match. And immediately, Kid Romeo showing the arrogance. Well, he is well put together. You're right, Scott. Look at him.
You know what? He and Primetime are even matches in just about every category, except he just got the arm jack takedown from AJ Styles. Winner of this matchup will advance to face the team of the Young Dragons in the Cruiserweight Tag Team Tournament.
Some complaint going on to the referee. You saw earlier the big win that Styles and Paris had over Disco and Alex Wright. They didn't do a lot for their confidence. One would say it gave them a lot of momentum going into this tournament. Let's see if it pans out here.
Whoa.
Holding on, ducking low. And Kid Romeo hit hard on the apron of the ring that time, spilling on the outside.
Watch AJ Styles still in the ring. The high flyer went down underneath, and Romeo cut him off. No. Whoa!
That happened so fast we almost missed it, and now Air Paris takes flight and continues on to Kid Romeo. Here comes Primetime, spinning.
Good night, bodies flying everywhere, and they're all landing at our feet. These men are serious about becoming Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions.
Using the safety rail, back spring that time, and into the midsection goes AJ Styles, hammering Primetime. Look at Primetime. What is this? What was that? Air Paris taking flight now. Kid Romeo, and Air Paris hits hard.
These guys may not be in any type of condition to advance in this tournament when this match is over, win or lose.
Bodies everywhere. I mean, realistically, you don't want to get counted out here. That means you're out of the tournament. A double count out would mean both teams are out of the tournament, so they got to bring it back in the ring, Scott.
That's an excellent point, and Kid Romeo, that's not lost on him. Back in the ring with Air Paris.
Send him to the left side ropes. Double team, Air Paris, AJ Styles. Sending Kid Romeo in, picks him up. Oh, Kid Romeo goes face first. Now a cover 1 and 2. We have seen sensational tag team work here from Paris and Styles.
That's a highly marketable face for Kid Romeo. He doesn't want that thing messed up on the ring.
Missing the kick that time, Primetime, double leg sweep. Picks him down, rolls him over. He's so agile.
drop to hold. Oh, and a somersault as well, diving on the back of Primetime. Only a 1 count that time, and Kid Romeo came in with a save a little bit too late. Kick out already made.
Back into the wrong part of town, Air Paris and AJ Styles. Tony, I spoke with Stephen Prazak, the announcer for NWA Wildside Wrestling, where Air Paris and AJ Styles made their name. He told me if they have one weakness, it's that their feud, which lasted almost 1 year, that may prove the undoing of them as a team. They have to keep it together to get advanced in this tournament.
Tag is made, and here comes AJ Styles, but here comes Kid Romeo. On the other side, Romeo and Elix Skipper Primetime together for the first time ever in WCW. What team's going to advance here? Couple of mid-ring scoop slams by AJ Styles. Tag and Air Paris comes in. We've also received word about a big matchup we have for Thunder for you. We're going to be telling you about that matchup here momentarily as Kid Romeo spills on the outside.
Watch Paris up top. High risk. Oh!
Somersault connecting. Look at Primetime waiting.
Oh, Styles did not see Primetime lying in wait. He measured it and took him out.
Now Primetime bounds over onto the apron. Top rope, look at this. Oh my goodness, from the top.
And his partner, and Air Paris.
Fans, that match coming up at Thunder this Wednesday will be Conan one-on-one against Lance Storm.
What?
That's Jung. Oh, the flying squirrel from the top. One of his primary moves. From the inside of the ring out goes AJ Styles.
Body stacked up like cordwood outside the ring on Nitro. That's how important this Cruiserweight Tag Team title is. We are seeing tremendous teamwork from both teams here.
Ducking low, Primetime, and a drop kick. AJ Styles on target. That's a veteran drop kick. Look at this. Trash talking, the master of trash talk, Primetime. Oh, and the Latin American sensation pulls the top rope. Kid Romeo gets Styles to spill on the outside. Oh, no! Oh, no! And now Air Paris fighting with Kid Romeo. I'm not so sure how much is left of AJ Styles. Look at him over there, Scott.
He went hard into those steps. Paris knows that it might be just him until now when he caught. Power slam on the floor. Romeo and Primetime looking strong. Hang on a minute.
It's the Cruiserweight champion himself coming out to watch.
What's he doing out here?
Well, standing in the entryway, Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Shouldn't he be worried about Shane Helms and not the tag team titles?
One would think so. A drop kick. Missile drop kick. Drove him head first down. 1, 2.
That got it. What was that maneuver from Kid Romeo? Chavo Guerrero Jr. watching with approval. From they advance in the tournament. Primetime and Kid Romeo backstage.
Top to bottom, beginning with the Cruiserweight Tag Team Division, Mike.
Tony, it was this past Sunday at the first ever Greed pay-per-view that World Championship Wrestling crowned its first ever WCW World Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions. At Greed, it was Primetime and Kid Romeo who put it all together in knocking off Rey Mysterio Jr. and Kidman. And tonight we open Thunder with 2 tag teams in the Cruiserweight division. Already in the ring, the duo of Air Raid. That's Air Paris and Air Styles. And they will meet the Young Dragons as we see Yang and Kaz Hayashi make their way to the ring. And certainly, these 2 teams would both love a shot at that Cruiserweight Tag Team Gold, currently around the waist of Primetime and Kid Romeo.
New name, new look for Paris Styles, now featured as Air Raid, and the referee, Scott James, to begin things here this week on TBS. Styles and Paris, of course, in a short span, Mike, made a name for themselves in tag team wrestling, but before they ever teamed together, they were great in singles competition as well, and fans who follow them on the independent circuit know this.
And of course, all 4 of these individuals, both of these tag teams, were involved in the rounds that led up to the finals of that Cruiserweight Tag Team Tournament. We talked about Primetime and Kid Romeo advancing and winning that tournament on Sunday at Greed in what many people consider quite an upset as they knocked off the more experienced and the championship-proven team of Mysterio and Kidman.
Over the top, and a kick out that time. Hitting combination here by Yang, and he almost gets Styles down. Air Styles and Air Paris, two young men from the state of Georgia. Wrestling for men who are in WCW, a matter of months, wrestling with abundance of confidence, hits it to take over, and down hard goes Yang.
Nice move there by Styles. Of course, both Styles and Paris in their early 20s as we see Styles run across the ring at Yang, who was prepared for him, took him overhead with the suplex into the corner, but now we see Air Paris in the ring connecting with the super kick, and you see another look at Yang sending Styles into the turnbuckles.
Back to live action we go, hitting, and down goes Kaz. They hammer Kaz, trying to get back to the ring. Kaz is both men, and Kaz sends them both across the top rope.
Dropped them both throat first across the top rope, and then comes back in and springs back off the middle rope with a moonsault.
Connecting on both men, Kaz will walk the rope again. Oh, how about that? Kicking one man and going after the other one. It's Air Styles in the ring with Kaz now. Up.
That's one way to counter a Frankensteiner.
Two, and a 2 count. Yeah, just hold on tightly and hold your balance.
And drive your opponent directly into the canvas, and a 2 count for Styles, and now he turns things over to Air Paris.
Into the gut. Breaking free that time was Kakayashi, and running headlong into the bottom of the boot. Up on top, Air Paris, twisting, connecting with a crossbody from the top. He'll go back to the attack. Manoa in a standing switch, landing on his feet. Oh, how about that takeover?
Incredible balance, first by Kaz to land on his feet, then using the ankles around the head to take over the opponent, and then getting to the corner and tagging in the fresh man Yang.
We are going to have in this telecast a big 6-man event featuring 6 of the top cruiserweights in the world, including the new champion Sugar Shane and former champion Chavo Jr. on opposite ends, Mike.
Tony, the WCW Cruiserweight division has really turned it up as of late. The Show Stealers in World Championship Wrestling have several opportunities here this evening on Thunder on the Superstation TBS to continue that pattern and steal the show again.
This is the season finale of Thunder on TBS. Coming up Monday, the DDT, the season finale of WCW Monday Nitro from Panama City Beach, live on TBS. Cover 1, 2, and a 2 count. And it's really shaping up to be an unforgettable night.
As we heard last Monday on Nitro, the announcement from Eric Bischoff that it's going to be a night of champions. All the titles of World Championship Wrestling will be at stake.
Cover again. And Styles gets him for a 2 only.
Already announced the world's heavyweight champion, Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, to put the world's title on the line against the new U.S. champion, Booker T. And how about the speculation and the rumors surrounding the invitation by Bischoff to all the former WCW World Heavyweight Champions to become a part of Nitro? That move from Air Raid is called the Crash and Burn.
1, 2, but it didn't serve to end the match as Kaz made the save on the outside. Speculation is running rampant about who will show up, who will be there. What former world champion will be a part? 1, 2, a 2 count will be a part of the event this coming Monday.
When you talk about inviting all the former world champions, the list is well, almost mind-boggling, the list of possibilities of who could show up Monday on Nitro on TNT, the Nitro season finale.
Back into the corner again, and now Air Paris in command here, hammering the head of Yang. Referee Scott James. This warning, and too many from the top, enabling Yang to hold on. Running out with a power bomb that time, but now both men need to make a tag here.
The running sit-out power bomb out of the corner by Yang. Took Paris down to the mat. Now Paris is trying to reach across and get Air Styles into the ring. And there's the tag. Yang connects with Kaz.
Kaz.
Caught him at the enziguri.
Right him up back of the head. Kaz now back leg front kick, side of the head. But he forgot about Air Styles on the backside there. It doesn't stop Kaz, sends him in. Oh my goodness! What elevation that was!
Brutal kick to the back of the head. But now from behind we see Air Paris taking him up. And where's he going to take him from here? Drives him face first down to the mat.
Face first, jaw first. 1, 2. And a 2 count and a save by Yang.
Great teamwork from Yang to break up the pin attempt. We're going to try and drop him down, and does right on his head.
1, 2, but couldn't keep him down. A save's been made. Oh, great combination that was.
And we've seen some awfully innovative moves from both of these teams. And, of course, looking to impress WCW officials. The winner of this match going to move up the ranking in the Cruiserweight Tag Team ranks, looking for a shot at the champs, Prime Time and Kid Romeo.
German suplex, roll over the top, and now, face drop onto the mat. Referee checking, as now you see that, that Air Styles apparently is going to live up to his name. He's going to take flight, pointing towards the turnbuckle. Taking his time to get there, though, Mike, but here he goes.
What kind of a move can we see here from Air Styles? Yang in trouble on the mat. Air Styles perched up on the top rope.
He's waiting for the right moment. Oh, and he didn't connect. Too much time in the top.
Perfectly scouted by Yang. Caught him with the drop. Let's take another look at that. There it is, right to the midsection.
Yang now says that's it. He's going up top apparently.
Waiting. Could this be the Yang time move that has garnered this team so many victories? Oh, knocked off and sent down to the arena floor.
Get up, Yang!
He hit very, very hard that time, and now a kick into the gut. Now basically a 2-on-1. Air raid with Yang down on the floor. Has Kaz double team. Down he goes. Oh! In a running lariat.
And then Paris caught him with the clothesline. Running across. The double team effort continues here against Kaz Hayashi.
Tried to double field that time, and now picks him up and drops him down again.
Double power bomb.
Could this be a 1, 2, no, a pullout. Yang finally back to his senses on the floor, and this battle rages on in the Cruiserweight Tag Team division. A move we saw earlier from Yang, now executed on the floor. Styles and Kaz on the inside. Who's going to win this thing?
Both of these teams fighting for survival. Going to try and take him over and drove him down back first.
1, 2, 3.
Got him.
And the Young Dragons prevail over Air Raid. What an even matchup between these two teams in the Cruiserweight Tag Team division. We'll have more on TBS.